Yay!
Hey,
We
it's what
made it!
we're here. We're a few minutes late, but it's water cooler Wednesday. Hey guys, hey.
Hi,
Hey, y'all.
everybody! Woo-hoo.
Today we have a special guest with us. His name is Malcolm Payne, and he is going to tell us all about appraisals. Why they come in high, why they come in low. He's going to help us understand what we need to know about appraisals. But first, let's welcome my special co-host, Lisa.
I'm special today, okay?
Yeah, you special today. Special. You special.
You leave me alone, Dion.
I know, right? So, guys, we ask that you share in our our live, right?
Right. Yep.
Please share. Please like. Please like. Uh-huh.
All
So
right. Well, don't forget to say yourself. This is Lisa, House Money Mama, but we also got Dion Branch from Real People Realty. So I want to make sure everybody
yes,
knows who you are too.
thank you very much. I was
You're
over
welcome
here.
very much.
All right, forgetting to introduce myself. All right, so Dion Branch from Real People Realty. I'm here for you guys. Lisa, I am hearing the feedback, just so you know, in case.
Okay, we're not hearing it.
No, I'm not
Okay.
here.
All
Mm-mm.
right, guys. So just as long as just me with my special DJ headset today. So I'll throw a mix out for you all a little later. All right. So Malcolm Payne, what can you tell us about appraisals? What is an appraisal? Let's start
Yeah,
with
let's
that.
start
Okay,
there. Yeah.
so an appraiser is the opinion of value based on that particular time. Like I can appraise the same house like 3 times in a year, and the numbers is not going to be the same. It's you know what I'm saying. It's like a photo of what that house is worth right there in that moment. You know what I'm saying. It could change from month to month, even week to week. It just depends on the houses.
Okay. And
So
Hmm.
like the ideal appraisal is in a subdivision where there's like a model A, model B, model C, model D, model E. You know what I'm saying? You're appraising a model A to 3 other model A's. That's the ideal situation. But nowadays in neighborhoods, it's not really like that. So like in the neighborhood I'm in right now, this house is 2 story. That's a 1 story. You know what I'm saying? So this house, the ranch style, is not a good comparable for the house that's right next door to it. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is I look at square footage, I look at the room counts, and I look at the quality of finish. So the most important part is square footage. You don't want to compare a 1,200 square foot house to a 1,700 square foot house. You kind of want to, if you're going to 1,200, then I want the house to be either 1,000 or 1,400. You don't want it that far away. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Then the other thing
mhm.
is the room count. You know what I'm saying? You want to compare a 3 bedroom to another 3 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? You don't want, you know what I'm saying, a 5 bedroom house, compared to a 3 bedroom, it's not really fair.
One of
Okay.
the things that a lot of times I get questions about as the lender, and Dion may get this too, especially, being a realtor, she's putting houses on the market. And, a lot of times people will be like, oh, well, I did these upgrades, I did these repairs, I changed this in the house, the roof is new, I got a new furnace, this all new appliances, and things like that. And so they feel
Now,
like those things should contribute to have an additional value
so so
assessed for the
so
house.
okay, so what I always tell people is don't look at it with mother's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Just like your kids. When you take your kids to the park, you want your kids to play because that's your kid. But the other kids know your kid really not that good. We don't want him on our team. You know what I'm saying? When you look at homes, and people saying, we got new carpet in here. Well, most homes that getting sold have newer carpet, newer or new carpet. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about your appliances, I mean, okay, you got a Maytag. You shouldn't spend that much money on it, because a typical $1,000 set, you know what I'm saying, would have done it. So you spent 2,000 on, you're not gonna recoup that. To me, that looks like a washer and dryer. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't care. You got a TV on it. It's a washer and dryer. You know, same thing. Remember Too Legit to Quit, MC Hammer, when him and Master P, they both had like gold ceilings and all that stuff. That's a nice ceiling, but it's only a ceiling to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got gold sinks. That's a sink. That's a toilet. It's a gold toilet, but it's just a toilet to me. You know?
Okay.
So even though you spent $10,000 on it, it's just a toilet. You know what I'm saying? Every house around here got toilets in them. You know what I'm saying? So if that gold toilet means so much to you, take it with you and put a regular porcelain toilet in here, because that's all the value I'm giving.
Because that's all it is. It's just a toilet.
Exactly.
Okay. So that's actually a little bit more clear. Can you give me a second, Dion? Because I did think of a secondary question based upon something that you said a little bit earlier. So you made reference to that when you're looking at comparing houses and things like that, that you look at, what was the term used? Was it quality of
finish?
Quality of finish. So what exactly do you mean by that? Because I don't know if I understand what you mean.
So you know vinyl tile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you know laminate, and you know ceramic tile, and you know marble.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so marble is high end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and tile is average. So if I'm appraising $100,000 on a house, you know, and they have marble in there, then they got updated flooring. You know what I'm saying? Because that marble belongs in $200,000 and $300,000 homes. You know what I'm saying? You know, so just because you got $10,000 with the floor, don't mean I'm counting as $10,000 with the floor. But if I'm in a $300,000 house and it have ceramic tile or it have vinyl tile, they getting dinged for that. I'm deducting for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's always gonna be apples to apples. You know what I'm saying? So what you're looking for is conformity. You know what I'm saying? You want this house to conform to the neighborhood. You know, is this house an upgrade for the neighborhood or is it a downgrade for the neighborhood? So if I'm appraising a house and this house only got 2 bedrooms, but every other house got 3 bedrooms in it, this house getting dinged for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it got 4 bedrooms and all the other houses got 3 bedrooms, I'm not necessarily going to give. I'm not necessarily going to give it, you know, a bedroom value. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's going to get some type of appreciation for it. It might not be $5,000 for the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on, you know, how I can word it and how I can say this is how it contributes to the value. You know, yeah.
So, say for instance, I have my house. I want to make some improvements to increase my value. What would you say are what should I improve?
The basement is where you can get your value. Bedroom, rec room, bathroom. Those 3 things is where you get the most value from in your basement. You know,
basement,
a rec room, bedroom, and bathroom.
Okay.
Not the kitchen. They used to say the kitchen.
A kitchen in the back. First of all, a kitchen in the basement gonna get you a red flag.
Not in the basement, but I'm saying they used to say redo. You should get a new kitchen. Update your kitchen for more value.
That's not necessarily true. Remember conformity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, if every house in the neighborhood got $5,000 kitchen, you got $10,000 kitchen, you only gonna get $5,000 worth of value for that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you put in there. You know what I'm saying? Now it may sell quicker, but you're not gonna get no more value out of it. Just think of it as putting rims on a Cadillac. If you got you a 2020 Cadillac and you got some $20,000 rims on it, and somebody else got a 2020 Cadillac, your Cadillac worth the same amount they Cadillac worth. It just got some nice rims on it.
Yes. All right. Right. So if you're watching, make sure you ask us some questions if you have some questions for Malcolm Payne on the appraisals. But so not the kitchen, you said.
You said rec room, like basement.
Basement.
Yeah. Now, to bathrooms and kitchen, you know what I'm saying, you know, add eye appeal. You know what I'm saying? But value, no, your value gonna be in that basement. That's, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's where you're gonna get your value at.
So I should have a basement. I should have a bathroom in the basement.
Rec room, bedroom, and bathroom.
In the basement.
Rec room.
Yes. Yeah.
A rec room, a bedroom, and a bathroom in the basement.
Yep.
Now, how would a bedroom add value though? If you you can't really count it as a bedroom, right? If it's in the basement.
You can't count it as an above grade bedroom. You can count it as a bedroom. It just be a bedroom in the basement.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but
okay, so just learned something new. Didn't know that. That's news to me. So okay, cool.
All right. So I list my house for $260, and everybody is bidding on my house, and they bid it for $280, $290. Why you messing up my deal for my clients? You know they want $290.
Okay, so first thing you should do, have them sign a paper saying that whatever they don't appraise, they're gonna pay that out of their pocket.
Yeah, right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I said that already. We need some rich clients.
Right. Yes, we did.
The second thing is to have cash buyers.
Right.
Because if somebody's doing a loan, then it's only gonna be able to sell what they're appraised for.
Right.
And is there a difference between FHA appraisal and a conventional appraisal?
Oh yeah. Okay. So if you know anything about Section 8, Section 8 kind of have the same guidelines as FHA. No, it can't be no peel and paint. That roof got to have at least 3 years worth of life. You know, there's safety concerns too. You know, like the floor can't be messed up. You know, it's along the same lines as Section 8. Just think of it like that.
Okay. And then a conventional. Yeah, you see Malcolm on the move, y'all.
Right, Malcolm standing still. It's Malcolm in the middle of everything.
A conventional appraisal, I just go in there and appraise that boy as is. I don't, you know what I'm saying? If the floor coming up, I'm appraising with the floor coming up. With FHA, they got to fix that. I'm putting that on a list of things that need to be repaired.
Okay. So sometimes we'll see a appraisal that says as is, but it's actually a FHA appraisal, right?
No. All appraisals going. Okay, so most appraisals when we do them, we appraise them as is. You know.
Okay.
But some appraisals we appraise with work needing to be done. You know.
Subject to.
Yeah. But like 95% of the appraisals we appraise them as is.
Okay. All right.
You know, but
so then how is it? So I've had this happen, and I'm pretty sure Dion's seen it in her career as well. How is it that we come up with different? We end up coming up with different values being attributed to the property, depending upon what kind of financing is actually being used. Like, for example, sometimes you can have it traditionally. This is the way it goes. If you have conventional financing, then usually your appraised value ends up being a little bit more than if you have FHA financing. Now, just this year, I saw it the reverse way. I had a lady that had she had an FHA appraisal at first, and then we ended up switching lenders. She had to go with somebody else, and I had to take a conventional, put more money down. And for the conventional, actually, the appraised value came in about maybe $7,000 lower than what the FHA did. But it was all within like about maybe a 30-day period-ish. Okay. So how does there difference like that?
Okay. So first of all, it wasn't the same appraiser, was it?
It wasn't a second appraisal. No, not by the same person. It was a different appraiser.
Okay. So an appraisal is an opinion of value. So me and somebody else can do the same appraisal, and we're not gonna have the same number. But it should not be within 10% difference. So if we're appraising $100,000 house, one person might say 90, the other say 100, and one say 110. Normally, the bank is going to come in at 90. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The right in the middle appraiser is going to come in at 100, and then the appraiser that stretch is going to come in at 110.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So it depends on that appraiser. But none of us should be within 10% of, you know what I'm saying, of the other.
Right.
Okay. So the only time that we should really, like, it should be a a red flag, so to speak, or something to be concerned about is if it's outside of that 10% tolerance
Yes,
that you just
yes,
made reference
yes,
to.
yes, yes.
Okay.
If somebody pays 100,000 on a house for 120 or 80,000, it's a problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I
I
guess
did
that.
just have one that had two appraisals, one 170 and one 200.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so how far apart were the appraisers, the appraisals? I mean, like, was it a
You
difference
saw
in market, or was it like one appraiser and then another appraiser right after? Was it two appraisals, or was it like two different transactions? What happened?
so basically, when you purchase a house, 90 days after a closing, the person after say an investor purchases a house. I'm using this as a teaching moment. So
Okay.
if a person purchased the house as an investor and then they're doing a flip within FHA, they have this 90-day rule, right,
Right.
Lisa? So that's when, so if after the 90 days, that investor, the buyer has to do an appraisal and the investor, the seller, has to do an appraisal, right? So
Yeah.
in this case, a client will have to have two appraisals rather than one appraisal. And
Mm-hmm.
that's because of the FHA guidelines and what they call the 90-day rule. So in this case, my client had purchased, she was purchasing a house and within, right after that 90 days. And so the two appraisals were required. And one came in at 170 and the other one came in at 200.
Hmm.
So what did the bank do?
The bank went with the 170, which
Of
I
course. I can show that. Yes. All day long. That's how that's
all
gonna
day
go.
long, right? So they
the 170 might have been a bank appraiser, and then the 200 was a stretcher.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I get myself appraised, of course I want the stretcher to appraise it.
But what's a stretcher?
The stretcher is somebody that's gonna stretch the value. Somebody that's gonna say, well, this neighborhood's up and coming, so I'm gonna say it's worth 200. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where the bank appraiser is always gonna be conservative. They always gonna bring it in low as they can.
Okay. But there's nothing we can say. We don't, you don't know that, right? You
No,
don't know what you're
you don't
getting.
know till you get the appraisal.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
But what's you can always try and guide or show the appraiser why you know what I'm saying. Like sometimes I go to people's homes, the realtor has already set out comps, you know what I'm saying, to try and like
Yeah.
guide me, and I'm like, I already know how to appraise. I don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But some realtors meet me at the house with a whole portfolio where here's the 3 comps I use, and you're like, this one's bigger in square footage. You know what I'm saying? This one has a total finished basement. This one has 2-car garage. Why did you use these comps? I think what you did was the seller told you, well, that house over there sold for 200. That one sold for 200. What about the one right next door to you that sold for 160? That's the one I'm using.
Uh-huh.
That's the one that look most like your house.
Right. But then, shouldn't I be able to get the value of the house that's within the 0.5 miles of the house, even because if
Okay.
the neighbor's house sold for less, but they didn't do any improvements, and I did.
Okay. So the rule is within 1 mile. You know what I'm saying? But remember, apples to apples. You know what I'm saying? You're trying. Okay, so that's like let's say I'm appraising a house on King Drive in Chicago. On one side they got $500,000 house, on the other side they got the projects. You know what I'm saying? So those are two. Even though they're right across the street from each other, they're 2 separate neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to go to another neighborhood that's like 3 or 4 miles away, but it's the same type of neighborhood feel. Okay, so you know how if you're in a Cadillac or if you're in a Buick, they're the same size, but when you fit in it, it's a different feel, it's a different leather. You know what I'm saying? It smells different, it dry different. You know what I'm saying? But they're the same size car. It's a difference.
Okay.
And so that's what it is with a house.
So it
right.
seems like the biggest thing that we should take out of this is the apples to apples comparison. So
Yes.
square footage is obviously really important. Number of
It's
rooms seems
square
to be
square
really important. And
square
the actual level of what the
quality. The
neighborhood is
quality
like
of finish.
seems to be really important.
Yes. Yes. Square footage is the most important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You are correct.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, I have to admit, I've been a bit enlightened today.
Yes.
So
Right. Well, but Malcolm, we don't want to endanger your life anymore. Talking to us. Everybody that's watching.
he won't
We
sit
didn't tell
still,
him
right?
to do that. Right. We didn't tell him to do that.
Right. Yes, a note from our sponsors. We do not advise you to be on the phone and driving and trying to do a Facebook Live at the same time. We don't advise that.
We don't advise that. Just so y'all know. But we do thank Malcolm for joining us in his busy life while he's out there appraising houses.
Well,
and making money. So
right.
I'm about 2 minutes away from the other house, you know. So I mean,
well, we gotta let you go before that, Malcolm, and we do appreciate you, and we
do.
Everybody that's watching us as well.
Yeah, if just ask the questions and I'll answer them when I sit down.
Right, and remember, don't drive and be on the phone at the same. We don't condone it.
I'm hands free though too.
Okay, well, that makes us feel a little bit better, but not that much.
All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later.
All right. So,
All
guys,
right,
if you have any questions for us, let us know. We're here every Wednesday, Water Cooler Wednesday. Come join our Facebook group, and there you can definitely ask us questions, anything about the home buying process.
Yeah.
So we're there for you. So. Yeah, my name is Deanne Branch, and I'm from Real People Realty. And I have my phone number there. And we have Lisa Williams White, and this is her way to contact her. and we won't forget our special guest, Malcolm Payne. So here's his number if you want to get in touch with him as well. So we're going to end this streaming. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Oh my God.
All right, guys.